Well, hello. My name is Will Harker, and I am a sophomore transfer student at Clemson University, and my major is PRTM, and I am from Charleston, South Carolina, and this is my new student dialogue. As you can see, I'm very American, and well, let's start this off. Do you feel that your group achieved true dialogue? Yes, I do. And the reasons why, I would say, is that we all were engaged. Everybody had something to say. Everybody had a different perspective on what it was we were talking about. And we all came away with something new that we learned. May it be from a different race, may it be from something that we just we never thought about. We all achieved something new. We learned something that we just never thought about. And move on to number 2. Share your observations of the dynamics of your group. And the first question would be, were there active voices in your dialogue? Yes, there were active voices. We kept feeding off of each other, and we all had something to say and a view on something, and we just wanted people to hear this and that and know that, like, this is what happens here and this is what happens there, and it's America. That's what it is. It's the great thing about America. That's why we live here. That's why we love it. Second question, B. Were there more reserved voices in your dialogue? Sure, there were a couple of reserved voices. But there was that majority of us who just kept feeding off of each other. We were like, boom, bam. And it's like we were engaged and we were into it, and we all came away with something that we learned about it, and it was a great dynamic. I want to say that it was a dynamic. Yes. And third question, what role did I play in my group? I think I played a great role of I was engaged like most of the group, and I was just there doing my thing. When I wanted to voice my opinion and have my voice heard, I was like, bam, I was into it. And I listened, and when I had an opinion, I was like, boom, I just like locked it down. Yeah. Go Sammy Watkins. Yeah. That's something to hear about. Question number 3. Why do you think dialogue is a component of Library 100? I think it's a component of Library 100 because you need to think about others. And sure, there might be 5,000 other people just like you, but there's that 1% that's not like you. And you might say something around your friends that's perfectly fine around your friends, and you will come around that one person and they hear you say that. It's like, I'm sorry you said that. That's not cool with me. That's not cool with my people. That's not cool with my culture. You've got to learn to not step the boundaries. Sometimes you have to play devil's advocate, but you can't always do that. This is the 21st century. There are people out there that are they're hardcore on that kind of stuff. It's not cool. You gotta respect the people you're around, and what century we live in. I mean, there are cultures, there's all sorts of things. There's different sexualities, different, you name it. There's different this, that, and the other thing. You have to respect people. It's all about respect. You never know who might be your next employer, who might be your next friend, who might be just a person walking down the street, or your next classmate that might be your next group project partner. I mean, if they don't like you, they're not going to want to work with you, and you're just not going to be a good dynamic. You're just not going to mush together, and you're probably not going to get a good grade. So it's all about thinking about your, I guess, your parameters. You have to have parameters. Now let's go to question 4. Please share any additional thoughts and observations as you see fit. In my group, it was a lot of white people, or Caucasians, if you want to say that. And there was this small little corner of black or African American girls, and they were very vocal on like what their culture was. I mean, they would much rather go to a white party than go to a black party. And I never would have thought that. I mean, I never would have thought black or African American, if you want to be politically correct, would say, I want to go to a white party because I'm not going to get judged for doing this or that. I don't have to get all dressed up if I go to a white party compared to going to a black party. I thought that was very interesting. So, I got something out of that. I mean, there's a reason that y'all make us do this. So, I got something out of it, and I know about 90% of my new student dialogue class got something out of it. And say, probably at least 80% of the people in my class said, thank you for bringing that up. I would have never thought about it that way. So, I think that was a great reason. I waited till like the last second to do this, but I did it. I want to graduate. I want to have good grades, and thank you, Clemson, for making me do new student dialogue, and thank you, procrastination, for making me put it off to the last second. So, thank you, dear Lord, for making me do this, and thank you, world, for putting me in the world where I am. And thank you, Clemson, and thank you, America. I loved being American. I love being from America. So that's my new student dialogue, and my name's Will Harker. And vote for me if you ever see me on the ballots one day, and go Tigers.